So, Baichung Bhutia recently quit the Trinamool Congress, and he was one of the people who came out in support clearly for Gorkhaland State free from West Bengal. So, I'm going to talk about why I think a Gorkhaland free from West Bengal should exist. My name is Sham Sharma. Welcome to the Sham Sharma Show. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to another edition of the Sham Sharma Show. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. Again, guys, if you're watching this for the first time ever, if you like today's episode, please make sure to subscribe to this channel down below. And if you have watched me before, if you enjoy what I do, and if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe. Okay, so Baichung Bhutia, a legendary football star from India who had recently, after retirement, joined the Trinamool Congress in West Bengal. He recently quit the party. He hasn't really offered any reason to why he left the party, but there could be one or two possible reasons why he could have. One of the reasons that might be a bit more obvious is that he had actually contested the Lok Sabha elections with TMC in 2014 and also the assembly elections in 2016, but he had lost on both occasions. So maybe he realized that he doesn't really have much of a political future with the Trinamool Congress party, and he would be better off in either a party in Sikkim or some other regional party, or maybe a national party. The second reason could also be that there might be some irreconcilable differences between Baichung Bhutia and Trinamool Congress over his comments about Gorkhaland. Now, for people who are not aware, Gorkhaland is a state that is being demanded by the Nepali-speaking Gorkhas that live in the Darjeeling and Duar hills in northern West Bengal. So recently, Baichung Bhutia has come out in support for a separate from West Bengal Gorkhaland, and for that he got some flack from his own party as well back then when he made that claim. So recently there was a huge agitation in Darjeeling over the formation or for the formation of Gorkhaland separately from West Bengal, where the police crushed this agitation quite brutally and a number of people were killed. And so I think it's an interesting time to talk about this whole Gorkhaland issue, and I'm going to present an argument towards why I think a separate Gorkhaland should exist. And I'm going to present two reasons as to why. There's going to be an economic reason, and there's going to be a nationalist and cultural reason. Economically, there is so much potential in the Darjeeling and Duar hills, where they want to form Gorkhaland. It is said that the three T's, tea, tourism, and timber, hold so much potential for that whole region. Let's talk about tea first. You know, Darjeeling tea is famous all across India and across the world as being of very superior quality. But unfortunately, most of the money that is made from the sale of tea, either in India or across the world, goes to companies that are based in Kolkata. So it goes into the coffers of Kolkata. And a very small percentage of that money, if at all, comes to the people in Darjeeling. I feel like if a Gorkhaland existed, then the people of Darjeeling would be able to get more of that money from the sale of the tea and would be able to have a better life for themselves. The second thing is tourism. Again, Darjeeling and the Duar Hills, that whole area is beautiful and very richly naturally endowed. So again, it has immense potential for developing tourism. It's already been a very popular tourist spot, but I feel like since the onset of the leftist government in West Bengal, the quality of tourism and the attractiveness of Darjeeling has been slowly waning away, particularly in terms of the premium tourists that will actually come to this area and spend a lot of money, because right now the kind of tourists that Darjeeling gets are more budget tourists, budget tourists from Kolkata and budget tourists from neighboring areas that will go to Darjeeling but will spend barely any money. And a study that was recently done actually found that there's so much potential in tourism in Darjeeling and nearby that it can raise up to 500 crores annually from just tourism itself. Also, if you look at hydro potential, the geography of Darjeeling and the rivers that go through this area present incredible hydroelectric potential and the potential to create hydroelectric power, and it is almost ironical and it's almost criminal that Darjeeling faces such brutal power cuts on a regular basis. Another benefit that Gorkhaland would have by having their own state is that they would be free to then trade with other states and other countries because they're close to Bangladesh, China, Nepal, and Bhutan, not to mention more states in the northeast. So there's again a large potential for international and domestic trade for Gorkhaland as well. Now, these are the economic reasons, and I don't know if Gorkhaland would be able to achieve all the things that I'm saying, but I definitely do think that in the time that this area has been part of West Bengal, it has largely been neglected, largely been overlooked, And I do believe that the Gorkhas definitely deserve a chance to develop their state and to make it a prosperous state. Something that the West Bengal government will never be able to do. And the second reason that I think that an independent Gorkhaland could work is a nationalist and cultural reason. We've seen that the left hates Hindus, and we've seen how the left has behaved with Hindus in West Bengal and how they've destroyed the state of West Bengal. And we have now also seen that now that Mamata Banerjee is in power, after having ousted the left, Mamata Banerjee is pretty much towing the same line. Islamists have a huge influence and a huge stranglehold on West Bengal politics, as you can clearly see. And the thing with the Gorkhas in the Darjeeling and nearby areas is that these Gorkhas are proud Hindus. The Gorkhas want to be a part of India. Granting statehood to Gorkhaland, India would be playing a masterstroke where they create a strong Hindu bulwark against China and against the Islamist threat from the east. This is something that a lot of commentators have noticed, and this is something that a lot of commentators are talking about, including Subramaniam Swamy, who said that he urges Hindus of Bengal to agree to Gorkhaland in the larger interest of Hindutva and combating appeasement in West Bengal. And it's true. Like I said before, the Islamists have a stranglehold of West Bengal politics, and that's not gonna get loose anytime soon. So I feel like creating a Gorkhaland would give Hindu interests a chance in the northeast against insurgency, against the Islamist threat, and against the threat of China in the northeast. So I think that the BJP needs to play its cards right here. And I think the BJP should support this. And I think the central government should support this movement more, because it is in the interest of the BJP to have a successful Gorkhaland. I think it's in the interest of India, and I think it's in the interest of Hindus in the northeast to have a successful patriotic Gorkhaland. And I want to put this question out to you. Do you agree with the demand for Gorkhaland? Do you not? What do you think is the upside of having Gorkhaland? What do you see as the downside of having Gorkhaland? I'd love to hear your opinion, so please get involved in the comment section below. Alright guys, and that's today's episode. If you like today's episode, please make sure to give the episode a thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe to the show's channel. Please make sure to share the show as much as you can as well. Okay, I will see you again for the next episode, and until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon.